Jumbo does mean hello in Swahili, so Jumbo. Jumbo, my name's Stacy. I'm gonna be your driver for our 2-week motor safari, as previously mentioned, so hope you didn't have any plans. Now, a couple of safety reminders before we get going. I need everyone to please remain seated at all times. That includes children, so parents, please don't lift them high up in the air like they're Simba. Make sure to hold on tight to all those personal belongings. I'm not allowed to stop for anything that falls out the side, so if it's important to you, like your camera, your cell phone, your spouse maybe, you might want to hold on tight. And I can't stop for every animal, folks, but don't you worry, I'll stop where I can. Now, we're going to be starting off our 2 weeks here in the Little Aturi Forest. The animals that live here have a very natural camouflage, making it pretty hard to see them. So keep your eyes peeled and cameras at the ready. You never quite know where the animals are going to pop out of. Or, in this case, where they won't. That's okay, they're pretty shy. We got a big forest to drive through. So let me keep moving along here. Oh, wait, okay. Look over your left-hand side. Look at behind your seat. See those like green bushes all the way in the back? There's not that gray ant's kind of laying down. So what's standing up there? That's the greater kudu, the second tallest antelope in Africa. There you go. See, like I said, they gotta be shy. So you gotta keep your eyes peeled at here. Brown. We have something very exciting coming up on the left-hand side. It's the watering hole. I know, you all want the watering hole so much. We know it's actually a very important social gathering spot for the animals in the forest, including the black rhino. See it there on your left-hand side. And we're so lucky to see this animal, folks. They are very rare. There's only around 5,000 left in the world today, all due to poaching for their horns.
They blend right in the grass.
So one right over here, got one kind of on the other side. I'm going to stop for this one. Now it's more clear photo. What is up, big guy? Now, big guy is not just an affectionate nickname. They are huge. Around 3,000 pounds, they'll run 35 miles an hour, which is why you never want to pick a fight with the black rhino, because you will lose that fight, let me tell you. It's actually made out of the stuff called keratin, same stuff used to make your hair and fingernails, which is why if a rhino loses its horn, it actually will grow back. It just takes a very long time, a couple years. Alright, look at the hill on our left-hand side. Here's what that color, rust-colored antelope. That's the bongo. That's a pretty cool nickname, known as the ghosts of the forest, because they are so rarely seen. And speaking of the forest, we're going to leave it now. Head over to Safi River, home to the Nile hippos. Now, hippos are, of course, the larger animals in Africa. When born, the calves weigh around 85 pounds, and full-grown males will tip the scale at over 5,000. And as we make this bend here, keep your eyes on the water. Hippos will spend most of their days submerged, but they'll come out at night to eat around 150 pounds of food. Oh, and I can't stop, folks. I have one hippo right over here on our right-hand side. Oh, we got two of them. Now, I can't stop here, folks, but don't worry. There should be plenty of opportunity to see some more hippos just around the river bend.
And you see there's straps in there? Oh, that's new. You can walk. It's a new trek that you can do.
Okay, I got a couple of them down here on our left, but I can still get you a better angle. Let me keep moving here. Also on our left, you're going to find all these pelicans. These are the pink-backed pelicans. They have their name because, well, during mating season, their back turns pink. And if you look really carefully, folks, you're going to see a small kind of white ball of fuzz. That's the baby pelican.
Oh, look.
It's a cute little guy. And there we go, a whole bunch of hippo in the water. Take a quick stop here for that photo. Yeah, this is literally how they spend the entirety of their day. Sleep, eat, swim, rinse, lather, repeat. Good life, good life. And a very little known fact about hippos, a group of them are known as a bloat. A bloat of hippo. I mean, fitting, not the most attractive name, but fits. We got a bridge coming up here, folks. Please remember to remain seated as we cross it. Because look to your left, you'll see Nile Crocodiles. Now, these are very powerful animals, folks. They have a biting pressure of 2,000 pounds per square inch. They can quite literally break the bones of their prey in one bite. And they're about 20 feet long as a giraffe is tall. But, you know, they always kind of hungry to me. So let's just say after a while, crocodile, because we're out of here.
They were sloshing about in the water. The last time we came in, they were drinking the water.
They're only eating like lettuce right now, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be stalking around the lettuce either.
Alrighty, we're gonna head over now to the Savannah, home to a completely different ecosystem and completely different animals. And speaking of completely different, here on our right-hand side, you'll find the ancient baobab tree. That's also known as the upside-down tree due to the fact that its branches kind of look like roots. And I wasn't kidding when I said ancient. It'll grow to be around 2,000 years old. Now, this here is one of my personal favorite views on the whole reserve. The Serengeti grasslands here in East Africa stretch for hundreds of miles and serve as the superhighway for millions of migratory animals each year. It's also home to some of our more popular animals like lions, elephants, and giraffes. This here is the wild Africa we're working so hard to protect. Yeah, there are giraffes like way out there in the distance. Don't you worry, folks, we'll make it out there. Might take us a week, but we'll get there, I promise. Now, believe it or not, folks, the landscape that you see here, we actually haven't touched any of this. It's all made by the animals that live here. See, elephants kind of act like bulldozers. They'll knock down these trees to get to the leaves on top. Giraffes are the pruning shears. They eat the lower leaves on these trees. And these tall grasses would be a whole heck of a lot taller for thanks to zebras and antelopes to be the lawn mowers. And little nibblers like gazelles and warthogs will do the trimming around the edges. Because really, in a balanced ecosystem, there's enough food for everybody. And by the way, folks, if you ever have any questions about the reserve or the animals itself, please feel free to ask. I know all kinds of info, and honestly, I love questions. I really do. So if you ever have one, don't hesitate.